arena here. It's Tuesday, 14th of August 2018. I know you don't need a clock, but I just felt like shouting out the date. So we got 7+2 casual rapid tournament on tap here. And I'd like to welcome everybody to my stream, particularly our subscribers. We've got Mule Skinner, Soltigo, and that's it so far. Wow, where's our subscribers? Alright, so looks good. Here's the link, guys, to the tournament. Everyone with 20 or more rated rapid games is welcome to join the tournament. I'm very sorry if you have less than that, but I've got to draw the line somewhere. And 20 games it is. So tomorrow we'll have more blitz and rapid chess in the afternoon, 4:30. Thursday is our subscriber stream where we do game analysis. You guys can always submit the games a little early for the Thursday night subscriber stream if you wish to. Send me a message anytime here on lichess. Can't join, I have to play 20 rated. Okay, I'll wait. Okay, wait, I'll resign all of them. No, don't do that, dude. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's cool. That's like rating abuse. I don't think you should do that. You know, that's not really... It's kind of rating manipulation. I don't think that's really cool. I mean, they could flag you for rating manipulation. So, best to just wait. My advice is to wait until you have 20 games. Sorry about that, guys, but it's there for a reason. So, alright, I'm playing Mule Skinner, Soltigo, Dracofire. We're getting started in 10 minutes with the tournament. I'm going to play a little warm-up game with Dracofire here. He challenged me to a warm-up game. Let's see if he's ready. This is just to get my brain functioning. I was at the mall picking up some clothes. I go shopping about once a year for stuff. Not exactly a shopping mall junkie. Alright, so what do? We do c4, try to get that the bishop pair a little bit opened up here. He just ignored the problem with the b7 pawn. Probably shouldn't commentate too much in this time control. I'm gonna take the pawn. Pre-move. Oh, killing my pre-move there with e5. I pre-moved bishop takes d5. Illegal. That'd be kind of cool, you know, if like illegal pre-moves lost. Would that change pre-moving forever, huh? People would think twice about their pre-moves. Illegal move loses. It's a really cool concept, actually. Alright, what am I doing here? Niels, what's up? A6. I guess he's keeping my knight off b5, but I'm ready to get to the c file. I'm fine today. I had to do a lot of shopping. Just got back. Spectacular Camo, long time no see. It would be hard to play Bullet. Well, yeah, I mean, it would change Bullet forever. Imagine, you immediately lose. So pre-moves could only be used like very, very sparingly, you know? Only if you were like guaranteed the guy was going to make an automatic recapture or something. It would be a whole new dimension to what you know as bullet chess now. Just bishop e3 moving the same piece twice again. Seems kind of weird. It's just a 3-minute game. Guys, I'm solely playing this game just to kind of get warmed up. Because I haven't played it all today, so appreciate the chance to just play a practice game. Forget about Ultra Bullet. Every game lost by forfeit. Move 11. Sorry to hear you lost your tournament game. What happened, man? But if it makes you feel any better, I lost to, who was it? Boros Danish in like 8 moves once. Move 11 lost a quick game yesterday. I blundered into a trap that had been fallen into by one particular grandmaster. So I felt a little better about it, knowing that a GM had actually fallen into the same trap where I lost in 8 moves. But still, it was pretty silly. But move 11 had a tough game. I don't know, man. We'll have to take a look. I haven't seen your game yet, but I'm really sorry to hear that. Sorry if you didn't want me to bring it up, but I like to just be out in the open about stuff. Alright, there goes the exchange. Actually, knight takes d6. Yeah, we're winning a clear exchange, it looks like. I could have just played bishop h3. Actually, there are a lot of moves. You finish here with the board tournament Saturday. 2.5 out of 9 is kind of sad. e4, c5, knight f3, g6, d4, c takes d4, c3. You know what? You need to watch more my streams. You need to watch every one. Move 11. And then you'll see like the 2 instances. If you go over like 1,000 of my games or my streams, you know, spend hundreds of hours going over my streams, you'll see that 1 or 2 games where I had to face that. Well, you know, okay, so g6, d4, c takes d4. Analysis board. Move 11, we have like a minute before the stream starts, so Move 11 was talking about this. Before the tournament starts, I should say. But, so, what, c3, g6, knight f3, d4, what, e4, c5, knight f3, oh, I thought it was a Mora right away. Okay, knight f3, so g6, okay, so this is this, here, c takes d4, c3, dude, I mean, this really isn't a big deal. I mean, you could just play bishop g7, and then on, like, pawn takes pawn, you play d5. You're gonna transpose into this like known variation. I suppose they could try bishop c4 here, but that's something I've never really looked at, to be honest. Okay, that deserves like further analysis. Here, like e6 might be okay. But move 11, I don't know. I'm sure I faced that in Blitz. I don't think it's like devastating or anything. Yeah. Just have to kind of work it out. You know, c3. But probably taking gives him a fairly good... We've definitely had this on occasion. Being forced into this. A number of games. Let's see. Bishop g7. Now apparently e5. I don't know. I think you just have to learn it. You know, you don't have to panic. You don't have to blame the opening system. I think that there's ways to deal with this. Probably not any stronger than any other line. Alright. Let's go back to the tournament here. Can I go back to my tournament? Okay, I did a stupid thing. I clicked in the wrong window. Imagine that. Wait. Here, if I just paste over here. Here's our tournament, guys. Sparkle Horse Arena. We're starting in 4 minutes. You kind of hate playing unrated tournaments. Come to the wrong place. Basically, all I play are unrated tournaments. Alright. Your rapid rating should be a lot higher. The way you played against me one game, I would say that's the case. Okay, guys. Good luck to everyone. I mean, I try just as hard, rated or unrated. It doesn't matter to me. You know, I mean, I understand, like, you play some games, you spend some time, you want to improve your rating. I mean, you feel like you earned it or whatever, but I don't really want to, like, commentate and put my rating on the line, because commentating during the games takes a lot of my strength away. So who is this guy No Tricks Way? Why did I notice this account the other day? He's not related to Tricks Only. Man, it is getting humid here again. I can't wait till the summer's over. Move 11, how was your time use in this game you lost very quickly? I mean, did you spend enough time in your opening moves? Really, it's depending on the time control of the tournament. You know, I I like even longer than like 90 moves excuse me, 40 moves in 90 minutes. I know this one recent tournament was like 105. 105 minutes. That seems cool. 105 minutes plus 30 seconds per move. I'm going to sign up for that tournament. You know, that's like the old school days. I really think there should be 2 hours per side. That's the way it used to be. 2 hours for 40 minutes. So 105 minutes plus the increment sounds kind of good to me. Alright guys, we're going to get underway here. Pawn Pusher challenging me, but I'm not taking challenges, guys. We're just playing a tournament. Got no tricks way. This is a new account, relatively. Pichu is tough. Nordogan. Brand new account. Mule Skinner. Yabatis. Arsenal fan is with us. He's not in the Twitch, though. Usually he's talking a lot. I don't mean that in a bad way. Just it's weird to see him, like, on, you know, in the tournament arena and not chatting, because Arsenal fan is like one of the most outgoing people who's one of our... Oh, there he is. Why don't you try using an account that you have played games on, Roman? Or is this your first account? Yeah, I didn't think so. Arsenal is in a... Did he get banned from Twitch or something? He's like talking in the chat room. What happened, Arsenal? Where are you? Your pithy comments are absent from the... No one banned him, did they? Soltigo, you didn't secretly ban Arsenal fan, did you? His pithy comments are usually... He's furious. I guess we're going to find out why. I'm scared. I don't know about you guys. Fire breathing. The fire breathing Arsenal fan. You just lost 75 in 5 games. Chess Pat's attorney. Don't tilt at all, man. Don't tilt it out. Have a pint and relax. Would be my advice. You know those 1500s in my simul's who play like they're 2300, dude. This is somebody who's like, I only like rated tournaments. This is why. I don't like rated tournaments. I don't like playing. This guy's 2571. It's a brand new account. You know, who knows who he is. No information. I didn't make the tournaments like private because I feel like it's kind of scaring people off. We could go to that, you know. Yeah, this is... Oh, man. He's back again. The guy. What's his name? That we had to ban from the stream multiple times. It looks like No Tricks Way is the guy again. Unfortunately, he has like 4 different accounts. I mean, it's not forced, but this is the first thing I think when I see this player. He's playing the C5 G6. That's the guy we had like faced like with 4 different accounts. He'll be here, you know, winning the tournament or whatever, but then we'll have to ban that account too. Unfortunately. But I'm not sure. It could just be a coincidence. I just can't remember the guy's name, and I don't want to give him attention anyway. Maybe No Tricks is like innocent, but he's playing that opening that guy was always playing. All right, so here, I guess Queen E2. This is kind of a special move. Queen C7 could be a computer. It's really sad if this guy's a computer playing in an unrated tournament with his new account. But the stats fit that guy. I feel like this move's okay. You didn't understand. What was the thing that was tried on Chess Lecture a while back? Chess Lecture Live or something? Oh, goodness. Dude, check out this move. What? I think I'm just going to resign this. Let's check the analysis board. I don't know. I don't want to play this guy. I don't know who this is, but it's a very suspicious account. Anybody who would like play bishop e6 there. I don't want any part in this. This looks already suspicious to me. So let's just restart the tournament. I don't want to play this guy. Whatever he is, whoever he is. I should probably set the thing to like 50 games. It still won't stop, you know, people like this. So, whatever, dude. I'm not going to play that guy. You know, congratulations if he wins the tournament. But I don't want any part in guys who might be computers. So let's just play a real player. Okay. Let's start playing real players, okay? Not computers, not that same dude who has 7 accounts and 6 of them have been banned already on lichess. He's not a cheater, but he's had like 6 accounts banned for computer cheating. If you ask him, no, he never cheated in his life. Sure, it wasn't Borislav Ivanov. Who was that? The game Borislav Ivanov? Is that what I've never even heard of Borislav Ivanov. Like, I've heard of Alexander Ivanov, Igor Ivanov, Sergei Ivanov. I think there was a Sergei. There was Borislav Ivkov. Was there actually a guy named? It said Sergei Ivanov. No, I'm pretty sure that what was the guy's name that was on the stream all the time, and he would play every week and he would win almost every single game, and he had like 6 accounts banned. I can't remember his name now. It's probably him though. I mean, the opening repertoire move, knight f3, c5, g3, g6. That's his repertoire. You know, I mean, right there, it's like giving it away. He had a very narrow repertoire. Just Dance was one of them. There was another one. He has a super narrow repertoire where he always plays the same Gingy recommendations. Fonza Curry, right. That's got to be him. I mean, it looks likely, you know. So he's back again, apparently. He got bored. Created his 7th account or something. Last Dance and yeah, Fonza Curry. I mean, it's just endless how many accounts the guy had. Can't really keep track. Alright, I got distracted, so let's try to concentrate. We're just going to pretend the first game. I mean, when I saw that move bishop b6, I was like, okay, this is definitely, even if my position is okay, likelihood is I'm playing a computer there. So, because a human probably doesn't make that move. Almost 100%. Like, it's just opening book, like, guy copying the opening book or a cheater. Alright, now, here bishop a6 is, that's a pretty cool move, the bishop a6. Did I just blundered? Did I just blundered? I think I just blundered. Maybe we could sack a pawn. I got distracted. Alright, let's concentrate. Knight e5 is not a great move, but if this guy is just the Fonza Curry Just Dance again, you know, I have no interest in his 7th account. Let's just play people that I know and love here. Knight takes c6, interesting. No. I think I have to take here. I'm not even going to get started. If I have the slightest, even little tiny bat sense that somebody's a computer, I'm just going to like resign on move 1. You know, it's an unrated tournament. Who cares, you know? Maybe there's a small chance I'm wrong, but I'm not going to put myself in that mood again, you know? I'm so sick of it, really. Just not going to happen. Alright. Yeah, we got some issues here. Do I have an advantage? Knight takes d5. Knight takes d5. Pawn takes d5. Queen takes d5. Knight takes e5. And then, like, pawn takes e5. It's not even clear. e4, however, allows knight takes e5 and then closing it down with d4. So this is just really annoying. I don't know. I take back's opening play is excellent. But we do have a lot of pressure against d5. I don't know that that does enough. I'm just going to resign in an equal position on move 7. Because I have a bad feeling about that guy. I don't like playing computers, dude. We'll see if his account is still around after he has like 1,000 games. I seriously doubt. I should make the requirement like 1,000 games. then we'll be fairly sure he's not, getting assistance. Unfortunately, we'll just disqualify any such suspected computers. Queen takes, pawn takes, rook takes, bishop takes. What's the final analysis there? So what do I do, like a fancy exchange? Queen takes c4? Just a fancy exchange. Do I end up winning a piece? Fancy exchange that wins a piece. That's always good. Count your pieces. I know the takeback is not a computer. However, I liked his opening. Did it to yourself. It's like Radiohead, right? One of those old Radiohead songs. This will make up for my first round resignation. It's going to be hard, but I'm just going to pretend the first game didn't happen, man. You're not going to ruin my day. Either bishop e6. He like instantaneously played queen c7, which is in itself kind of an incisive and slightly unusual move. And then he instantly played bishop e6. Yeah, right, dude. Okay, whatever. Whatever you say. Alright, take back lost multiple stuff here. Alright, back to tournament. Now, no tricks way lost. Oh, what? He lost to somebody? He lost against Bombast? Maybe I was being paranoid. Bombast is pretty tough, man. What happened? He wanted to be convincing, so he lost against Bombast. Alright, now, this is weird. He's not playing the same rep. He lost. Maybe I was paranoid. He lost the 14 moves to Bombast, resigned. But actually, he only made 2 inaccuracies. He's negative 2.2 after 2 inaccuracies. No blunders. No what? Check this out. Bombast made 3 inaccuracies, 1 mistake. And, oh, black was clearly better. He was winning. He was winning and he resigned. Oh, I understand now. Bombast was lost and black resigned. That's not too suspicious. Queen g3 question mark. 1-0. Yeah, dude, that's normal. What happened? Neil Swint. White didn't move, black's victorious. I wasn't even paying attention. I was gonna like not move. Neil Swint, what happened? You forfeited to me. All kinds of crazy stuff is going down. I resigned against this guy, then he resigned against Bombast in winning position. Bombast just didn't know what's going on. Alright, I still think we should boycott that first guy. Alright. I'm not trying to sow the seeds of paranoia, but I think we should boycott that guy. He resigned a winning position against Bombast. Yeah, maybe he had to go. He had to go make another account. He's been secretly put in the tournament by Bombast supporters to help me lose. But I'm very lucky that Neil Swint didn't make a move, because I won and I wasn't paying attention that my game had already started. We got a hedgehog here against Dracofire. Guys, please support and donate and support the stream. You can do so with PayPal. There's a PayPal button on the Twitch stream, or just, donate bits like JCS, Merle Dixon, and Soltigo did this week. I really appreciate it. Kind of funky move order here by Dracofire with the E3 right away. Makes me feel like I should exploit that somehow with an early D5. How do you exploit E3 per se? I mean, it's not that easy to do. Maybe double fianchetto? I don't think I'm exploiting anything. Just choosing a setup here. What happened to Neil Swint, though? I should have been the one that forfeited. Mr. Coffee. We're making everyone paranoid. He's got the Illuminati going on. My dad was in the Masonic Lodge, man. He had those little triangles on the Masonic stuff. I could be in the Masonic Lodge. If you have like a relative, you can be in Illuminati. If you have like a family relative, you can sign up and join. I could have been in Illuminati. D5. All right. That was my plan, to kind of fix the pawn structure. But anyways, I think that still Drakfire's position is pretty good. He might be able to put quite a bit of pressure on the D5 pawn if he plays like knight E5 here. And then there's Queen A4 check. It's... Your grandfather was a Mason too. Mr. Coffee and I are going to start like a Masonic chess team. Alright. So, knight E5. And we're from, they're from the same state too, Mr. Coffee. Knight E5. Alright, whatever. I mean, if I have to, I'll play like knight of BD7, I guess. I'm a little concerned this pawn might just fall. But I suppose we could play something like Queen A4 check, knight BD7, then knight C3. I guess I could play E6, just protecting the pawn. Last Hazior is like a go fast team. We are fast, dude. Mr. Coffee and I are speed players. The Holy Order. I'm very puritanical. My mother's like a member of the like Daughters of the American Revolution. I'm related to Abraham Lincoln. In other fun facts, I'm actually related to someone who came over on the Mayflower to the United States. So I'm really old school. That's what they say anyway. Alright, bishop e3. That's a kind of hesitant move. I mean, I feel like Drakfire should be firing with both barrels here. Get it while it's hot, man. I mean, queen a4 check. Try to put the pressure on black. Try to get me with this pin. And really, like, knight e5 was the first step in that program where you're just putting pressure on, and now you just like, no. Why didn't you play h4? No. Why didn't you just keep the pressure on, man? Alright? Don't take your foot off the gas. Alright. You guys know when I'm serious. When I was serious about Abraham Lincoln. Like, he's really a relative of mine. Very close. We were close. Alright, so anyway, knight c3 is, I like it, like, my friends in, like, elementary school didn't believe me, naturally, when I told them that. Like, you're just making that up. Alright. What's up? Knight c3. You can see the resemblance, obviously, with the beard. Knight c3. We had a good quote for today's tournament. What was it? What was it? George Orwell? I always get George Orwell and Orson Welles. I can't imagine why. I always get them mixed up. So here, do we really have to play e6? Because that's kind of gross. You know, you'd like to play something more active than this stupid e6. I don't really have a better idea, though. Every impression sounds exactly the same. But there's only one Panda. I mean, I didn't do any other impressions. There was no other impressions. What are you talking about? I haven't done my Abraham Lincoln impression. The bishop e3 might save me at the end of the day. I mean, seriously. Wait a second. Maybe I could play knight to c6. It's a crazy idea, but it doesn't work. This was a really crazy idea. An epic fail. I remember that was a horrible movie, right? Abraham Lincoln Vampire? What a stupid idea. Who thought of that? That's like... It's like Sharknado. It's like a Sharknado franchise level movie. I think I actually saw parts of that, but I mean, what a stupid idea. Alright guys, rapid tournament just for fun here, 7+2. I have no idea who's winning. Who's winning? Ravik from India. I'm still logged into Steam, and what else? What kinds of junk is... I didn't turn off a lot of applications on my computer that I should have turned off to make it perform faster, which I normally do. I can't believe Dracofire, you like psychically played the wrong move. Why not just like knight takes pawn? Does this not just like win a pawn? Man, I don't know. I'm just totally out of it. So my big idea was to play this. And this is the only variation where this actually works. Like, I could go knight b4 now and get my pawn back. And the funny part is that I was like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. And then Dracofire misses the refutation too, you know, and plays the only move that makes my idea look even reasonable. So Saltigo likes Sharknado. Typical American film methodology. Well, no, the normal American film methodology is to make a normal film and then, like, go nuts at the end and, like, make everything, like, totally insane and just destroy the movie in the last 10 minutes. That seems to be, like, the typical idea. Modern American filmmaking. I think there was a time, though, you know, when it was alright. I'm about to choke on my drink here. On knight c6. So there's more to this than we really gave Dracofire credit for, it looks like. We're gonna have to dig deep into the bag of tricks here. Ye old bag of tricks to save this piece of rubbish from the rubbish bin. Ouch. Alright, well, in the old days I was a tricky dude, you know, and I could probably still wheel and deal a little bit here, but this is really bad. Oh boy, we're in a lot of trouble here. Yikes. Alright, we need to put together some sort of absolute concept. Almost everything loses by force. Any kind of reasonable move you would think of here basically loses by force. We can gamble. We'll try gambling with this. And my position is utterly lost. Clear pawn down. No compensation. This is ridiculous. But you can't castle. Alright, yeah. We can win on time, or we could actually rely on him to make a mistake, but this is a tournament, so I'm not gonna like tell people winning moves and stuff as much as I might normally be inclined to do. I like to be a little competitive. The No Tricks Way looks like he got the message. I think he quit. He's out. Queen a4, very strong. So the question is bishop d3 and then rook d1 may just refute my entire concept. In which case I have to play another kind of grotesque move here. Queen c8. Maybe we can win on time, would be my optimistic approach to this position. One of the worst blunders I made in a long time. We're definitely out of practice today. Yeah, so with this move, I mean, you get the feeling like maybe Dracofire is getting like on the greedy side, I want to say. I think he just overextended his extra pawn a bit. Do I have to release his king from the cage? I wanted to sack the exchange, but I just didn't see a way I could do it. I can't maintain the bishop on this diagonal because of bishop d3, rook d1. So Now we're just hoping that this pawn falls, and then life might be okay again. The Sharknado franchise. I've never seen any Sharknado movies. It's on the level of like Snakes on a Plane or something like that, right? We got our pawn back! And we've got the better structure. Everything works. See, this was my plan all along. This is what I was counting on. Just believe me. No. Don't play like I play. I mean, today was really bad. So, knight b5, come and get me. White is clearly worse. He's got a pawn-like bishop, weakness in the d4 pawn. This is actually a move that doesn't do a whole lot as well. I could play a6, a6 and or knight d5. Knight c7 is a good way to lose a piece for white, probably. Knight c7, rook a7. Is it getting out after that? Maybe you can support it there. Oh no, this is ridiculous. So I go here. I'm sorry for laughing, but this is such a funny position. But now he has bishop f4. Does that actually save him? Stupid increment. Jackfire didn't concentrate well. Jackfire, you started off like really making me look stupid in this game. But you lost the concentration or something. My banter confused him. So everybody's welcome to play if you have 20 or more games. Please support the stream and subscribe. I mean, that's embarrassing, guys. I'll just explain what I was thinking. You know, when I played this insane knight c6. First of all, I played knight c6, which I'm trying to find a good move here, but I couldn't find it. And it seems like the engine's saying it's okay. What am I missing here? Wow, so I can play knight a5. That's such a weird move because it looks like your knight is trapped. Excuse me. It looks like your knight is trapped to b4. You got to be a computer to find that resource. Now I could actually take on d5. I never would have found that. At least like my intuition was good on knight c6. But the refutation was leaving a little to be desired here. After knight c6, I'm just lost. Alright, good job, me. Nice game. Not. Almost makes up for the travesty earlier. So Arsenal's up there with 2 wins. I forfeited the first game. We can call it a forfeit. You can call it a resignation if you want to. I still haven't lost, although I deserve to lose the last one. Mule Skinner is in second place. Ravik lost to somebody. Oh, Arsenal with a down set. Arsenal's actually 958. He's higher than Ravik. So it wasn't an upset. Bombas lost. Whoa. Bombas lost to Mule Skinner. Mule Skinner's been getting tough lately. I mean, I don't see it in Mule Skinner's rating, but in the last, I don't know, several weeks since Mule Skinner's been playing on my stream lately, I mean, and the weird thing is, like, the time shouldn't really be good for him. I mean, it should be really late for Mule Skinner, so I wouldn't think he would play that well. Alright. Is Soltigo in the tournament? Noj Papa. We've got a Hungarian in the house. Wait. Soltigo's there. Alright. Noj Papa. Means like grandfather. Grandfathered in. Alright, I am a part-time Hungarian resident. I'm going to be going back to Budapest in 2 weeks, guys. So the stream will be moving. The stream will be moving. This is our second match, Neil Swint. The first one, not a lot of action. You know, if you hadn't forfeited, I probably would have. I gotta stop playing the same system every game, but this is what I do when I'm on autopilot. Mule is a strong player. Yeah, he always plays tough. I mean, seriously. Very, very principled, classical player. He loves closed kind of positions. He has a narrow opening repertoire. My only criticism of him, players like Nefedov, Mule Skinner, they have... I mean, I'm a semi-chess professional, so I guess I can criticize people, but they have kind of narrow repertoires, so it makes them predictable, in a way. But it's hard to get Mule Skinner out of his repertoire. It's practically impossible, actually. I did have a good result for a while playing like e4, d5, I think. Oh, man. Alright. I just can't stand this anymore. Alright, we'll go back to our old ways. I don't think I've ever played this against Neil Swint. Against other players, I kind of struggled in this closed Grunfeld. Your criticism is that he plays the closed Sicilian, which I dislike. Exactly. That's why I criticize people who play the London system. But you criticize it because it drives you crazy, right? You don't have a legitimate criticism. I just don't like playing closed positions in blitz and fast games. I like long games where it's closed positions. It's fun. It's interesting. You have a lot of time to think about strategy. But it's hard to play, and I've said this a million times, but for the people who just don't watch my stream every day, it's hard to play closed positions in faster time controls and play them well. I think tactics can flow, and you can play it very fast. You see most bullet games probably, obviously, like, extremely tactical. But closed games playing well in fast time controls extremely difficult. This looks like a Karpov game or something. Okay, this is a Karpov line. I don't know if you're talking about this. But, this is Karpov-Kamsky, famous game. One of the more famous games for the G3 Grunfeld. But I was running into a lot of difficulty in this stuff. So e6 is actually, I think, the main line. It's funny because almost nobody was playing that against me. Almost forgot how to handle it here. But I think it's the traditional late 80s, early 90s main line. I saw all kinds of stuff. Even knight g4. No, knight takes d5, pawn takes d5, and knight g4. That's like a drawing line. You didn't know it was an actual game by Karpov, just seemed like sort of... Yeah. There's a famous game that Karpov won in his match with Kamsky in this variation. And that's exactly the kind of play that it takes, ironically, to handle this kind of line with white, I think. So... I've been playing this since I was a young buck. I can remember games, at least one in particular from the late 80s, which I played, still sticks out in my mind for some reason. So I used to play the Fianchetto system quite a bit. Against the Grunfeld and King's Indian, I've, over the years, switched to many different setups. Against the King's Indian in particular, this is a Grunfeld. Against the Grunfeld, I've only played like 2 or 3 lines, but against the King's Indian, I've literally played like 7, probably. So he takes on e5 here. Pawn takes, with the d pawn, he has d4 fork, bishop takes c6, d takes c3. And that is interesting. But it seems to allow an awful lot of simplification. If I take this way, he's going to break with f6. I guess. He can take an e5 with his bishop and do a Larsen-like thing. Well, he's sacking a piece if he does that. So I don't know this. I don't remember this being theory. Was bishop e3 a mistake? I thought it was the main move. So if he plays f6, I take it. That kind of feels... Well, obviously it's like extremely symmetrical, but... Okay, I have the extra move, right? I mean, it's my turn next. I get to play like queen d2, and that first move should give me something. Okay, a6 looks to me like he's concerned about some extraneous thing, like me going knight b5, not really something I would have even considered. There was something to think about there. The other capture, allowing d4 when bishop takes c6, d takes c, and then pulling my bishop back to say e4, and then letting him take on b2 and regrouping that pawn. I just thought in that position, it's possible that white has some kind of static little advantage that isn't really going away. So it's something to think about if I ever have more time for this sort of position. If this line ever comes up again, I might take a deeper look at taking with the d pawn. Arsenal, are you playing and making all that commentary at the same time, dude? You don't text and drive, do you? Alright. Arsenal's like, are you kidding? I drive with a trackpad. So knight a5. Well, there's bishop h6, but that loses a pawn. So the plan was to play this. The plan is the plan. It almost seems like... Yeah, I mean, that's true, Arsenal. You can just do whatever you want. Enjoy the stream, go back and play. You don't have to play the whole thing. That's what I like about the arenas, though. It's the most brilliant feature of these tournaments. The fact that you can stop, you can go back, you can rejoin the tournament, leave again. I mean, I think that's just awesome. Grab a pint of beer. So bishop h6 at the end of the day. I mean, we really have to be Karpov-like here. I thought about bishop g5 and bishop h6. I was having trouble deciding on which one. We maxed out our credit in this position. The mead. Enjoying some mead at the castle. Alright, so Neil Swinch just blatantly, tactically failed himself. We snap a pawn. There doesn't seem to be any trick. He just forgot about the knight in a5. I think the critical question was when he plays f6, as we were discussing, instead of a6. At the end of the day, that's going to be what people are asking here. What would have happened if Black had simply played the f6? Well, Arsenal, bishop h6, I agree. It's not going to get me like a mating attack, but still a good exchange. And this thing is pretty bad, actually, if you think about it. So I don't want to lose control. Bishop takes d5. It has a materialistic feel to it. But you know what? All great materialists have that catchphrase. They're like, pawn is a pawn, you know? I mean, it's not really a plan. He resigned. Can we see the analysis board? Nah. Okay, not any high-rated players other than the suspicious account that I resigned against in the first game before it even started. Last week we had a number of master strength players, so it's a little weaker this week. Bombast is massively underrated, so be careful with this guy. He's not 2070. He's much stronger than that. We don't really know how he manages to keep his rating down. But Niels, I think you should look at f6, and is white even better there? Queen takes d5, bishop c6, queen d6. Arsenal, this is a good call. I was my first line. I wasn't sure. That was my first choice. But then I was like, nah, I don't want to risk the pawns getting kind of weird. You know, we'll just not. Alright, my mouse is drunk. Drunk mouse. Fell on the floor. What did I just do? Okay. Yellow Dragoon, I play an arena. Play an arena. Link here. Don't show him. No one over 2200 is allowed to play. I want to look good, you know. Alright. Oh, there's a nice Petrov there. Bomb is playing the Petrov against Mule Skinner. I can't really get a good handle on Bomba's style. You know, he seems good. He knows different openings pretty well. Hedgehog, Petrov. Right. We're playing our serious repertoire here. I'm not mixing it up the way I would in a Blitz stream or like in a Simul. Actually, Borkro kind of new to the stream. I can't get used to Czech Republic being called Czechia. It sounds weird. It sounds weird. I said that twice. Alright, I'm sure they have a harder time getting used to it than we do. California Republic. It's California. They have the same problem. Czech Republic and Czechia. California Republic and California. Bombus is just, he has the knack of coordination. He gets his pieces super active and gets comp. However many pawns he gives up. That's what S4 was doing the other day. I've become more scientific toward the game in my older years. But I still really like to sacrifice material for the initiative. It's a huge just concept that works, you know. I mean, there are various ways to win chess games, and you know, catching materialistic dudes is one way of doing it. Watching ads for bits. I got 2 cents. Dude, that's awesome. Speaking of bits, you're welcome to donate, guys. Support the stream. We've got record-setting bit donations this week. JCS with 100, Merle Dixon with 100, Soltigo with 10. Okay, so we get to play e4 in one go. It transposes some kind of slightly rare line of the Benoni. Or I can play a4. But I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really freaking matter. One problem that I have in this line oftentimes is that I play e3 before I even know I'm going to have to play knight d2. And then I'm like playing e3, e4 in 2 moves. Kashimal has 8. You have a fantastic score in these tournaments. Well, at least all my tactics fail. Squeeze me? How do you donate bits? At the top of the stream, there's like this box that says get bits. You buy bits on Twitch and you can donate them. Pac-Man's pal. No relation to past Pawn 99. There's a lot of P's. We've had some new subscribers. Alright, so what do I do? E4 or E3? I don't know now. I'm kind of having second thoughts about E4. Why am I having second thoughts about this move? Take, rook E8, H6. They can do some sort of piece sacrifices sometimes. I'm going to play it safe. I know this position. I'm afraid to play E4. It's like, maybe he gets me along the E file if I do that. The truth is that both are probably theory. The big guns. Anybody arrive? Okay, Yellow Dragoon is here. Last week we had like 3 players who were over 2200. But it looks like Pichu's here. He's 2100. Dragoon has been, you know, I mean, he's 2200 FIDE. John Capone, player we haven't seen in a while. John Capone was actually one of the first people who started watching my stream early on. When I lose a game, I can't let it lie. Arsenal, you can't let anything lie, man. I mean, you're like me. You kind of stress over stuff. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's not just about chess. It's your personality. So John Capone, if we want to say it in an American way, right? We say John Capone, Al Capone. But I guess in Italian, it's Capone, right? Not clear if he's Italian, though. He's got a Slovenian flag flying. You know, when I went to Slovenia, a funny thing happened to me. I got out at the train station in, you know, Nova Gorica. And, like, having never been there before, I just, like, walked out the train station at the wrong exit. So I started walking into Italy, like, without having a clue what I was doing. Like, I'm trying to go into Slovenia, but I get off the train, and there's just, like, this door, and you can just, like, walk out into Italy. So I just walked out into Italy, like, down the street. Like, nobody stopped me until, like, I don't know, a minute later, like, some Italian police started, like, following after me. And then I, like, ran back into the train station. But it was really kind of funny, you know. I was in Italy, although I've never been to Italy for any tournaments or anything. I could say I was actually in Italy. Funny story. Sad but true. So, Borkro sacks a pawn here. Hangs a pawn or sacks a pawn. It's not really clear. That was a long time ago. That was back in like 2005. My Italian trip. I can say I've been to Italy. It was only for 1 minute. But I was in the country. Alright, another pawn. I've been in Vatican? What are you talking about? Alright, wait. Knight takes d5. This is starting to remind me of the story we heard from Arsenal fan before the game began. The guy who has the feel for sacking pawns for the initiative thing. Is it just me, or is that happening here? This is starting to freak me out, you know. Borkro. He just knows he'll have sacrificial compensation. I feel like Black just hung a pawn for nothing, and now it almost looks like he did it on purpose. That's pretty much freaking me out. Can I sacrifice material somehow? Not really. It's like playing S4. Same thing. It's not fair if this guy has compensation. He played like G5, hung his D6 pawn. Yeah, I usually blunder pawns in my classical games, and I get something, I'm used to it. That's what he did. It's like, you're telling me this wasn't planned. It's a player who just respects piece coordination. He doesn't give a damn about his pawns, basically. I think that's all it is. You're just rolling the dice, and oh, maybe it'll all work out, you know? Kramnik would just be in heaven here with white. I'm up a pawn. Now all it takes is like perfect accuracy. We'll have a look at this with Geary, and we're good to go. Weird. I'm gonna play a really weird move here. This move is a really bad move. This was a really, really bad move by me. Really, really bad move. Yep. thought bishop f3, everything was playable, but none of them looked better than the others. That's the problem. Every literal move I had was not more appealing than the next one. You know, I had like 5 different moves I could play, and none of them looked good. So now we have a problem. Yeah, I had a hallucination. So now I have to do this, which basically loses material. So cross your fingers while we just try to bullshit our way through this. Sacking my queen, obviously. Should I offer a draw? I have 2 pieces and a pawn for a queen. No, that would be disrespectful. It's only 7 points of material. It's not enough. I think if I had 8, I could offer a draw. I mean, it wouldn't be that disrespectful with 8 points of material, but 7's a little short. I think that my rating advantage here, and you know, it allows me to take a little liberty with the draw offers. No, bishop f3. I mean, the problem was there's this knight b4 coming to c2 all the time, and I started to freak out. I couldn't find a move I liked, but bishop f3 was among the best moves probably. Just wasn't clear like what was the best. Now, clearly I don't have enough compensation, but my minor pieces are pretty strong. His rooks are having a hard time here getting into the position, and his king is kind of open, so I could see black being unable to convert this for sure. What's he up to? Everybody's favorite rook lift. All I need is like one more awful tactical mistake and I'm done here. Borkro is a piece player, but he doesn't care about pawns. The g5, the d6 pawn. But in that case, you're playing the right opening. Like basically, Benoni is a good opening for players who really don't give a crap about their pawn structure. Probably. We're trying to get active here, but I'm not sure what I'm doing. Look at that. He's like just all over me. All right. All right. Let's keep the tension as much as we can. Because rook b6 just walks into rook c6. I mean, every idiot will find that move, right? I'll just trade pieces. Let's not give him that. You know, don't make his decision process easy, in other words. And you should use that in your blitz games and your tournament games too. Think about not making moves that make the decision process easy for the opponent. Rook d1, I had other good moves, Arsenal, but I'm trying to get him in time pressure. He seems to be using a lot of time. So I'm using my time advantage. Bombast is ahead of me. Now what's this? Queen c6, a tactical mistake. What's the trap? Is there some sort of trap? Return queen sacrifice. He mouse slipped. Alright, not a very impressive game. Not a very impressive tournament by me thus far. That was kind of embarrassing. Too tired. We're banking on that. That's why I stream from the United States. Catch me in like 4 hours. I'd be playing worse than you. So, Bombas is in second. Mule Skinner. Let's see. Yellow Dragoon. He played 1 game. Now we got him. He's playing TJ Chess. Who's TJ Chess? TJ Hooker. Old American TV show. A little after my time, but my best friend's little brother used to watch it all the time. Another one of Captain Kirk's roles. Alright, what's up? It's hard to be anything but Captain Kirk, right? William Shatner had a little problem losing that identity. Understandably. Okay, Dracofire again. I mean, to be fair, that queen down position, not that easy for, you know, the opponent to convert. Let's play something different. I'm bored with this g3. Has Dragoon blundered? We all have. The Chigorin attack with bishop g4. Alright, whatever. It's a Trompowsky reversed. For me, it's Trompowsky reversed. I play this position, and I play it with black, with one move less. Let's just do it. Do it with an extra move. Nice. So, Alyokhin. Where's Nefedov today? Oh, by the way, you guys who know our regular subscriber here, Nefedov. For the first time, I noticed there's a Nefedov who's like a very strong... this is funny, Arsenal. There's a very strong correspondence player called Nefedov. It's a different first name, though. I just thought it was kind of funny. We never really noticed that before. Maybe it's like his cousin or something. How can he play what? 95. I don't know what you guys are talking about. If you're talking about the Dragoon game, I don't have it up. I can't see it. I guess he's not playing. No, I can't click on these. I can. Did Dragoon lose? What happened? You think Nefedov has a brother who plays as well? Well, anyway, there's like this strong correspondence rated player. He's like 2,500 in correspondence rating. But I think it was like Sergei Nefedov or something like that. Okay, now I'm screwed. Now I have to play this ultra lame endgame, or else we can try something tricky. Yeah, why do we need to play lame stuff? What about bishop takes e4, pawn takes pawn, queen b3? See, that's getting really chaos. Chaos-like. d5 doesn't really fit with the program. D takes c is okay, but boring. And it feels like it just equalizes. Bishop takes c4, ed. And then like queen b3, e6, queen takes b7. Isn't that convincing? Alright, let's play endgame. Endgame's school. We'll do this against Yellow Dragoon. Just bore him to death. It worked last time. We were lucky. It's not only that I'm avoiding your preparation, Yellow Dragoon. I'm avoiding anybody's preparation when I feel tired. Like I do right now. I probably would play that exchange in the King's Indian again. When you get old, you get tired. That's why they always say, like, sick and tired. Every old person's, I'm sick and tired of this. You know, Bill Cosby, actually, before he was like a, you know, tired sex offender, had a really good stand-up routine where he actually, when I was a little kid, I had like an audio tape that he did of a stand-up where he was talking about his grandfather or something like that. He was like, I'm sick and tired. You have to look it up. Bill Cosby, sick and tired. I don't believe that we have to hate these people, you know, for their previous work. You know, if he's a sex offender, okay, you know, he's a sex offender, but we don't have to like erase him from history and what he did because of what he did later. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a matter of opinion and stuff. I understand not glorifying him, but still, that's my opinion. I mean, if the guy did a funny stand-up routine back in like 1985, and then like in 1995 he became a sex offender, it still shouldn't change the fact that what he did in 1985 is still funny, you know. I don't think we should erase people from history. That's just my opinion. But anyway, we're getting off the topic of chess. So, it's a funny stand-up routine. And now I appreciate it because I'm getting old, and I think I'm just playing openings like because it's easier. You know, yesterday against Yellow Dragoon, I I exchanged pawns in this King's Indian and just played this kind of lame. And I know it's lame, you know, but I just did it because he knows theory. That's his strong point, really. He's pretty good tactically, too. But, you know, I'm lazy. It's part laziness, part like, okay, thinking the player... I always try to play against my opponent, so anti-preparation, if you will. If my opponent is very theoretical, I try to play anti-theory. If my opponent is non-theoretical, then I'll actually try to play theoretically. You know, try to play sharper stuff. Anyway, for a later time, Arsenal, we can have the political, or not political, but we can have the sociological debate about whether to erase people from history after their crime. Does it depend on the crime, right? If he stole a pen from the grandmother. No, I mean, another question, yeah, totally random. What are you against me? Serial rapper. Raper. It's rapist, right? Like, there's no raper. I don't think raper is a word. Unfortunately, it's a misspelling of serial rapper. Okay, it's not a laughing matter, but we can try to make light of this serious conversation a little bit. You misspelled rapper, Saltigo. Don't fear the rapper. Don't feel the master speller rapper. When Saltigo goes back to school, he's going to specialize, first of all, in spelling, secondized in rapping. Rap speller. What's up, Trouts? Good to see you, man. We're heading for g5 here, also protecting our pawn on c5. How did this happen to black? See how you take a simple position and the dude just totally fell apart. Like, how did this happen? He had such an easy position. It should have been equal. And I'm like, this is completely lame what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. You take an equal position, and black has to be careful. He has to play precisely e6 right away. You know, he didn't do e6 right away, and already he got himself into trouble. What was the move instead of e6 here? Yeah, knight c6. Just this little mistake actually turns out to be a slight inaccuracy. It's taking you pretty long to get a game. All right, now we're getting on that g5 square. This is too good to be true. Arsenal, I don't make that distinction against you. You know? I don't make that distinction. I never thought about approaching you really in terms of simple or complicated. I feel like you're a fairly balanced player. It's hard to define you. Even though you're not one of the highest rated players in the, you know, in the field, I want to say, in the stream, you're not one of the lowest either. But I feel like you have a pretty well-rounded kind of style. It's not that easy to pinpoint, you know, how I would best approach you. I just kind of play. But I guess against you, you know, your opening knowledge isn't that sophisticated, so I would approach you more in the side of, from the side of like trying to play more theory than not. Because I know you don't like, you know, you've expressed this view in the stream before, you know, that you don't like memorizing openings and stuff. So I would definitely think wait for you to make mistakes in general. But I guess, yeah, I would lean toward more trying to play theoretically if I can, because I know you don't really like the idea of chess theory that much. All right, guys. So we're going for another hour here in the tournament. I'm clinging to my lead. But I haven't had a lot of high-rated opponents, and I haven't been facing the ones that are here, like Bombist. Okay, Yellow Dragoon started late. The suspicious account dropped out. There's this TJ Chess. Trying to figure out TJ Chess. Who's TJ Chess? Can't see it. Is that from India? Another player from India. It seems like every Indian player on a stream is like 2100 lichess. Like, what is it with that? You only have like one rating level in India. Like, everybody's 2100. There's like 50,000 people who are 2100, and then like 1,000 who are other ratings. Okay, rook g6. We're just up pawns here. We're gonna keep this baby and just win. 2 bishops, pawn up, game over. End of story. So the simple approach, allowing Dracofire total equality, in other words, with like e3, c5, d takes c5, you know, this should be equal. But slowly, he got too aggro there, and then he should have played e6, which he did, knight c3. Okay, so he was still fine. He could have played bishop takes c5, and for some reason he didn't. You know, why would he play knight f6 when he could take the pawn back on c5? No, this is still fine. He should just play bishop takes c5, and it's equal. Let's see, after knight f6 here, like another chance to play bishop takes c5, and he didn't do it. Alright, strange decision. He was concerned about the c file. Perhaps concerned about the c file. Yeah, bishop f6 not going to work out from here, luckily. That's probably what he wanted to play now. He gave all of India 2100. Yeah, seriously. I like almost pre-moved bishop e6 because I was so anticipating bishop f6. No, like literally, there's Tushar, constant change. Who's the other player? Ravik in this tournament. Okay, he's a little low for the average Indian player on my stream. Most of those guys are around 2100. He's more like 19. But seriously, you never see the guys from India be like 1300. They start out like, if they have an internet connection, they're at least like 1800. It's pretty strong, man. So we got the check and take. It's actually a blunder if I take on g6, isn't it? I'm losing 2 pieces for a rook there. I screwed up. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous to play bishop c1, right? It looks ridiculous, but maybe it's not. It's not literally ridiculous. That's the kind of move that makes you lose on time. This is like Karpov against Sasonko, where like there's the lesson where don't trade the bishop pair. I'm not going to trade the bishop pair. I'm going to play bishop c1. Cormoran, I have no idea where Cormoran is from. Blaze of Glory, welcome back. So welcome everybody. We got 55 minutes left in the tournament here. Looks like Bombas is taking the afternoon off or something. I've just been lucky. I got that first game out of the way. That dude's done. He's still playing me. Alright, Aldo Arriega. Uh-oh. Justice Drugs is from... There was a guy from Mexico that was in a few of my tournaments, but not lately. My friend Julian Estrada. He's kind of funny guy. He pops back and forth between like Mexico, Europe, and Hungary. I guess Hungary is part of Europe, but Mexico, Spain, and Hungary. I have another friend from Boston who's a Mexican chess player. So, all right, knight f3. I'm going to play c5. I never get to play this, but this guy's pretty good. 2263. I've had an easy tournament so far, without having to play like many of the higher rated players. The flying thing behind me looks really cool. Where do I get one? You mean my blowfish? The stuffed blowfish? I don't know. I found that in a novelty store years ago. Okay, c takes b5. The accepted. Aldo, I have not been working on this lately, so... I lost to Laszlo Ganda. This is like the sharpest move one of the sharpest moves, probably. Gonda Laszlo. It was a bad choice for me to play the Blumenfeld against Gonda in December in a GM tournament because he plays it too. It was a kind of almost stupid thing to do, I would say. But, you know, I was working on this video series on the Blumenfeld. I said, all right, let's do it. Let's play it against a strong player. You know, let's show that we really believe in what we're playing. But still, I have to think that maybe at the end of the day, you know, playing the Blumenfeld against one of the strongest grandmasters in the tournament, it's just a guy who plays that opening himself. It was a little bit over the top. I think I was on tilt when I decided to do that. So now we take on b5, and you can argue that I saved the tempo or something here. Knight d6. I mean, is knight d6 really a problem? Do you have a problem? We're going to play d5? What are we doing here exactly? I mean, is knight d6 even a good move for white? Like, does that even do anything? What I don't like is how fast this guy is, and he's playing an opening really well. Not good. You're not allowed to do that. You're looking for valuable experience in the Blumenfeld. Yeah, you could say that. But I was having a bad tournament, and in retrospect, you know, I mean, beating Gonda with black is really hard. I had never lost to him before that game. I had all draws, ironically. But, you know, it just wasn't a good practical decision. But I was already angry that I had lost the previous game, so I started to go nuts, you know. And this was a very subtle way of going on tilt. Basically, this guy's playing perfectly. You don't see a lot of people who handle the Blumenfeld correctly with white. It's very, very rare. It's an opening you almost never encounter. But his handling here is pretty much, I would say, epic. Time management excellent too. He's got some bullet games, pretty balanced ratings. Though I would assume this is a relatively new account. Doesn't have a lot of games. 1700 bullet you can get overnight. I mean, this account was probably made in the last month or something. He could be around longer, but it wouldn't take that long to play that many games. Queen c2, very patient. Gotta be careful not to drop something here. So this feels like I'm playing someone like Gonda level, you know, basically a Grandmaster strength player. Because most people don't have a clue how to play against the Blumenfeld. They just make terrible blunders, maybe right out of the gate, do something wrong. A3, perfect move. He's played this in a model fashion thus far, I would say. So white is just still a pawn up. I haven't proved anything here. Proven. Bishop on b7. It had some thoughts there on the long diagonal, but actually looks kind of sad. Knight on b5 is very strong. He's just better. 1000 bullet overnight. I don't know, man. I just assume bullet you can play like 1000 games overnight. I don't play bullet, but you would think like, okay, not overnight, but in a month or so, you could easily play 1000 bullet games. It can't take that long when the games last 2 minutes, man. I mean, so that means this guy can give a lecture on the blue fund. Well, he's played this pretty well, I would say. And it's an opening that you just don't face very often, so I'm impressed. He didn't pick like the main line, I guess. Rook a2 is kind of... It's a weird move, you know, Rook a2. Rook a2 looks awkward. It's also like knight c3, bishop takes e2, knight takes e4. I guess that drops a piece for him. But I mean, knight c3, knight takes c3, queen takes c3, bishop takes e2, rook takes e2, rook takes a3 is good for me too. He could have problems because of rook a2, but I'm sure his position is still okay. I don't think, yeah, I mean, he has to play this. This is sort of awkward. But at the same time, like, as you can see, a4, it's not the end of the world for white. Okay, play a4. I'll play a4. Giving me the b4 square. Maybe some sort of concrete ideas. But it's not that big a deal, you know? I just gave up the e5 square. Okay, my knight is pretty strong. Well, what does that do? At the end of the day, right? Alright, we got the F file. Thinking about sacking the exchange. Entrench the knight on b4. He better be bad tactically because, like, positionally he seems pretty good. That would be my joking way of looking at this opponent. Here. Maybe I could do something on the F file, doubling up. Maybe we could beat him on time, but he's got an awfully good bullet rating. And look at his bullet rating, 2300. So he's fast. Now this move. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing now. Focusing on the dark squares. The dark force. I could have exchanged rooks. But I didn't want to lose the A file, or any file for that matter. Tough game so far. And I don't seem to have any real threats just yet. Right there, that's a sensible move. Should I take my pawn back? I guess. Did I miss something better? We'll never know. Instant rook on the 7th. Getting highly tactical here, and don't know who's better. But I don't like his pieces on my 7th rank. Really don't know where else to go. He's got 95 now. This is where you just pray this actually works. Say a prayer to the eternal being of your choice. It's too pretty to be true. He's got to do this. He's got to do this. We got a knight ending now. Interesting. So nice knight end game. King f6 drop stuff. Knight c2, knight d7, or knight d3. This is passive, but I don't know. If he's a really good endgame player, you know, I think this was a mistake. I think king f3, king f4 was pretty interesting there for him. I was going to say if he's a really good endgame player, he could have been better. But now he's probably slightly worse. Though not a lot worse. Time is money. Alright, just play. Well, I'm going for the gusto. Problem is, okay, his knight is bad there. Maybe he's like lost now. How much counterplay does he have? I could win these pawns on the king side. Game over. Didn't see all this guy. I insta-plays it. What? Rook takes f2? Yeah. I'm not bad tactically when you give it to me, you know? But I think he's in trouble. He resigned. Alright. We're pretty lucky there, because I thought he played well, you know. Most people don't handle that opening well. But his opening was not the problem. Later on, even later on, you know, I just got rook takes f2. It was almost like, not like I planned it out in advance. You know, I was just kind of desperately defending my g7 square when this threat popped up. Alright, we've got 39 minutes left. I was lucky I had the tactic. He was lucky that he had the queen sacrifice on g7 to save the game. Alright. What is up, guys? JCS, thanks for the for creating that study on the King's Indian variation. You can add to that. But I wanted to tell you something about that variation with queen d3. My problem is that when you play e5, you're saying that Avruk recommends d takes e5 or whatever, but I'm scared of the d5 more than d takes e. Maybe I'm not justified, but that was my first problem with that line. We'll take a deeper look, though. Right, how good is this guy? Should I be berserking here? Alright, we'll try it. I mean, he's much lower rated than me, so it seems like I should really take a chance on berserking. But I can't play the Blumenfeld again. Yeah, he's fast, dude. He used no time. See, this is the problem. He's not going to think he's just going to make instant moves. We can play a good Zamish here. There are two kind of players I don't like to berserk against. Very strong ones and very fast ones. And even if you're not strong but very fast, that could be a problem too. So I got the queen out there quickly. That's good. Castle. Castleize. I also have knight e4. Whatever. Let's get developed. Nimzovich says c5. The classic Nimzovich strategy, fixing the pawn on c4. This player is really, really playing fast. He's used far less time than me, despite making bad moves. Position is more important than time. This is something you've got to learn. People are too addicted to playing bullet chess on here, and if you just keep playing bad moves fast, you're never going to learn. You got to take the time. Okay, so knight e4, and then maybe I can just go knight d6 and scoop that pawn with yet another guy. Well, I guess he can defend with the proverbial knight e5. Actually, that's not going to work so well. Can I just do this? Dancing knights. Credit my friend David Vigorito with a knight d6. So a 2-shark is like my mouse skills equal my ZH skills. Close to 0. Yeah, after playing chess online for how many years now, my mouse skills like were better on like Internet Chess Club because I was used to playing with that interface for a long time. With the browser, I don't like it as much. I don't feel like the piece moves are as secure or something. I've never felt comfortable. It's 2 years now. I've been over 2 years, almost 2.5 years. I've been playing on lichess and using this browser interface. But to be honest, I played online chess for 20 years, almost 20 years, without a browser interface, with like a dedicated interface, and I don't feel like comfortable with the browser somehow, even now after doing this for a while. So forever I was thinking of taking with the b pawn, but now I'm starting to have new ideas. Taking with the queen because I have tactics. There's queen takes d7, rook d8. There's the structure issue, which is more defined now, you know. More defined. Okay, there's something weird about the knights that are redundant on a5 and c4, so that's not exactly optimal. b5, positional player from way back. If he can find a way to threaten me with mate in 1, I think it's on its way. We got to be careful here. I could have played d5. This is a bad move. You definitely should not trade off my redundant knights. You're doing yourself a major disservice there. Do I have a good move? Try to keep it as simple as possible, right? But what can I do? Attack a c pawn? He's actually starting to use some time. You see, that's the problem. When you start using time, it's too late when you have a bad position. Whatever, man. I'm cool with that. We just take pawn, and I'll even trade my knight for your bad bishop at this stage because your advantage is so significant. It's really significant. Clear pawn down with bad structure, and I have an easy position to play. We'll take it. So maybe here. See, another mistake. You shouldn't trade. Good move, though. He understands centralizing the king in the endgame. That is not a good move, however. We'll just take with a rook. Keep the structure clean. He should not trade pieces when he's down material. Very bad thing to do. Complicate, not simplify. Alright. Yeah, he's trying to trade, but he's hurting himself. Making it easier for me to win, really, effectively. So a4, that's another one. That's a lot of pawns now. We've got 3. Good and plenty. The only way to beat me is by flagging me. And keeping the position complicated. Alright, he resigned. Yes, my mouse skills are embarrassment. But that's not, you know, the reason I don't play bullet. Alright. I just don't like bullet. Bombas in second. John Capone doing well in third. TJ Chess. So this is the guy. He's from India too. This is not a Tushar. This is not Tushar, right? You've seen my mouse skills. I get. What is that? I should ban you for challenging me, like, banish you. It shouldn't be called block. It should be called banish. The command. All right, dude, get out of here. You're gonna get banned. You're gonna get banished from my view. Stop challenging me when I'm playing a tournament here. Bombas is playing Yellow Dragoon. Okay, that's cool. Why isn't that showing up as, like, the top game? It's kind of weird. The TJ Chess game is showing up, but Bombas has more points. How does the viewer decide, like, how it shows up, which game? That one started first. Looks like Yellow Dragoon is owning Bombas there with the white bits. 31 minutes. TJ Chess I have seen that player before, I think. I was joking earlier to Shark. I don't know if you were here, but I said that all Indian players are at least starting with like 2100. Yellow Dragoon is losing, he said. Did I see the colors correctly? Sorry? Wait, isn't Yellow Dragoon white? I thought the pin it and win it. Am I wrong about the colors there? Alright, MGH from Iran. He's around 20. He's around 2,000 across the board. So nice to see consistent ratings. Oh, he's black. That's the problem. Okay, he's getting pinned. I hate it when lichess makes you look like your name's on the bottom, you know. So I assume that you're white. It's deceptive. Yeah, the white dragoon. I mean, the black dragoon is pretty nasty, but the white dragoon seems nastier. Just a simple Ukrainian guy. Nefedov, do you have a relative who's a correspondence player? Because I saw this Nefedov in the database, and they were rated like 2,500. I just wanted to check. You thought Bombas was from Spain? No. Mule Skinner lives in Spain. Who's our other regular who lives in Spain? Another M. I don't know. I'm a little tired. Too much shopping today. Took my family shopping. Try to only do that like once a year though, since I don't have any money. Speaking of money, you guys want to support the stream? Please do so. Refill the coffers. So we're basically playing a classic Nimzovich sort of Nimzo here. Nefedov says what? Oh, he didn't answer. He's hiding his secret identity as a 2,500 correspondence player. Nefedov, we're all suspecting you. But if you say it's your cousin, then we'll believe you. The first time I'd seen it in the database, Nefedov 2,500. Alright, we're going with A4. It's a debatable decision. Yeah, Sergei Nefedov. Exactly. Without the Y. Exactly. I had never seen that before. So I thought this was like relative of yours. I mean, because they're 2,500 in correspondence doesn't mean, you know, they're necessarily like really, really like over the board master strength. Could be your uncle who's like a 2,000 player over the board or something. But it was funny because I had never seen the name once, and I do a lot of scanning the Opening Explorer and stuff. Do we have time for A4? I mean, I think you could do like G4 or G4. It's a little too crazy. You know the guy from Russian website, Kasparov Chess, Crestbook. Yeah, Crestbook. So Crestbook is... Now, I assume that Crestbook is Sergei Shipov. Can you confirm or deny that? Because Crest on ICC was Shipov. And then when I saw this Crestbook showing up, I just always kind of assumed it was some kind of Shipov thing. Is that relevant to the question? I don't know. I'm answering your questions with more questions. Okay, so you're just not related, but you share the same name. It's interesting. Maybe he's a distant relative. Nefredov's not that common of a name. It's kind of like... Yellow Dragoon lost to bombs. Don't feel bad, we all have. No shame in that. No shame in my game. How does the Beastie Boys go? I'm not going to try to rap on stream. I don't do that. He's very inconsistent. Exactly too sharp. But he's definitely a good player, the Bombist. I think he's like a tank driver. What is a Bombist? There was a guy on... I'm referencing... I don't really like ICC, but I did used to play there a lot. And there was a guy that was named... an IM called Tankist on IM. On ICC. On IM. So Tankist and Bombist are different things. A Tankist is like a tank driver. But I guess the Bombist is a bomb maker. Bomb dropper. Is a bombist like the guy who like sits in the bomber and like drops the bombs? Yeah. So Shipov is Crest. The top of a wave. So 92 looks like a standard type of move. Tipos. Tipos hippopotamus. I'm just asking what a bombist is. But we can draw conclusions, right? Tankist drives tanks. Bombist drives bombs. Yeah, he's kind of share the same interests. That's cool. Bombist has been very devoted here. First I thought he was a computer, but it appears that I was very, very wrong about that. But he started off with an unreal score against me in the early going. He makes chess bombs. He's the programmer of Chess Bomb. No, that's Bulgarian. Different country. Alright. The MGH's only problem is time here. He's played okay. When I hear MGH, I think of Mass General Hospital. In Boston, if you live in Boston, MGH is like a stop on the red line. So that, I was wondering, why is that so familiar to me? Massachusetts General Hospital, 2025. But that's probably his initials. He has no relation to Mass General at all. Gary Fong. No relation to my good friend Joe Fong. Bomba speed of 2300 earlier. No surprise there. What 2300? Oh, no. That was weird, dude. That was the weird account. You weren't here yet, but I suspected this guy straight off, so I just resigned. And then he did the same weird thing. He resigned in a winning position against Bombist. I think he knew that we were onto him, so he just like... So Bombist didn't really beat him, you know. I didn't really lose. Like, Bombist just gets points for free. And I give them away. Anyone seen Oleg Krivonosov's new series for Chess24? That's sort of disgusting. Like, seriously? Don't bring up Oleg Krivonosov, move 11. The sleaziest bullet player in the world. Blitz player, whatever. You couldn't pay me to watch an Oleg Krivonosov video after all the times the guy flagged me with like rook against rook with no pawns on the board? Can he teach you how to do that? How to be immoral and unsportsmanlike in chess. For $24.99, Oleg Krivonosov can show you how to flag people with rook against rook. I should do like a parody video. It would be awesome. Alright. Now I'm getting carried away. Let's focus on developing. What would Petrosian do? Rook e8. For the low price of $24.99, let International Master Oleg Krivonosov tutor you on the proper way to flag people with rook against rook with no pawns left on the board. Go to the master. That's seriously like his #1 skill. And the only reason he's like 2600 in blitz. Alright, rook a c1. Well, we've got a time advantage, good position, but move 11 is trying to like upset me. He's trying to upset me with Tales of Krivonosov. Alright. I'm a dogmatic sportsman. I believe in fair play. I don't know what to do though. I need to do something. We're running out of ideas here. But there's something really ironic about that, actually, move 11, because Anna Rudolph works for Chess24, and I know she's really good friends with like Gustafsson and all those people. And the funny part is that Krivonosov is actually one of the guys who like accused her of cheating at a tournament. You know, when she made her first I Am Norm, the scandal was with Krivonosov. So I think that's really kind of freaky, you know. This guy was a total scumbag in his actions with Anna Rudolph too. So I don't know if she's too happy about him coming on board there at Chess24. I didn't even know he could speak English. Are you joking? Were you joking, move 11? Move 11 was trolling me. And I believed him. I can't believe it, man. I'm so naive. He's like, no, but seriously, look Vanueli's new endgames is coming out soon, which I'm excellently awaiting. Alright. Move 11 was trolling me. I believe anything, man. It's so easy to troll me. Especially when I'm focusing on my game. Alright, what are we up to here? C5. I don't really want to play C5, but I don't know about the other moves. Queen E6. Queen E6. Oleg Krivonosov's lawyers will be in contact with me soon. I just got a message that popped up on my messenger. Character assassination. No. No, you don't have any character. Bishop B4, C5. I gotta do something here. He was prepared for C5. Alright. You won't play her again. Not a kid either. Alright, what am I doing here? We've got him pressurized, but he's hanging tight, dude. Look at this. Excellent. Bill and Ted's excellent defensive adventure with Bishop E1. Pressurizing. Now we've got to find some sort of tactic. Please. I don't want to trade pieces. I have some crazy ideas here. Just bear with me. Plus we got time on our side. Oh, he foresaw the future. I was going to do E4 and he stopped me. We've got so much space now, though. It's pretty overwhelming. Keeps hanging on there. Eventually it's gotta come back to haunt him. He's still going to defend. Still defending. Wow, dude, with no time left, he's still defending this. And I might not even be that much better now. Trying everything. The Increment Master. Check him out. Bullet, Rapid, Classical, 1800. He just keeps going on. Hanging tough. And I'm not even that much better. Knight f4 is kind of a wimpy move. Wow. Letting me go with a knight f4. Do we have anything? He's like luring me forward or something. Finally he blundered. Wow. Still it's not over. Retracting my rook. Retractable. Alright, that's it. Man, this game is killing me. It's taking forever. He should have played e5 there. I think. Because now it's not so easy. You're gonna lose. Alright. Deep breath. Rook e2. Bishop takes e2. Rook takes e2. Rook d1. I mean, this is a win, but it's going to take some time. It's alright. We got time. He didn't pay attention. Alright. A little too passive. Mr. Coffee, yeah. Something like that on Chess.com. Yeah. To play for rook versus rook for 50 moves. Dude, to take a beginner and have them do that, I understand, maybe, but an international master who does it for sport, I mean, that's... You gotta be demented, you know? I mean, that's really ridiculous. Alright. Anyway, we're gonna win this one or not? Bombas is right behind us. TJ Chess. TJ Max. TJ Hooker. Neil Skinner must have quit. He was too tired. He started to draw games. Notch Papa. He drew with Notch Papa. Notch Papa might be pretty good. Who is Notch Papa? I wonder if someone I know. Will be 1750, Mr. Coffee. Wouldn't accept a draw. That's, you know, maybe they're just demented and they have some kind of insane mentality of they'll never ever accept a draw. I mean, actually, that probably wouldn't bother me if the player would literally every single game they played never ever accept a draw in any position across the board. Then I would kind of like accept it and be like, all right, you know, if that's your religion, you know, at least there's some kind of rationale behind it, you know. There was this 2100 player who will remain nameless who used to like never resign when I was playing chess in Boston. I had the best score against him of any 2100 player. I think I was like 9-0. Which is the kind of score that I would get against 1900 players, but never against like a 2100. But I literally had like 9-0 against the guy. But he was this like weird guy who he would never resign, you know. But it was okay because he didn't resign against anybody. It wasn't just personal against me. It's like literally against everyone. Just would never, ever, ever resign. So we get to play our favorite variation here. This delayed Lisitsyn gambit, and this looks interesting and probably quite bad for black. Never had this exact variation. So queen f3, he hangs on with queen e7 now. Looks like I've got to take the bait. Taking the bait here. Well, really, Mr. Coffee, if it happened in a long game, I would kind of laugh it off because it's really absurd. I mean, obviously, you've got another game to play, like, you know, shortly thereafter, and they're dragging out. It's annoying. But when they're doing it in a blitz game to flag you, I mean, come on. You have to tutor 3 chess kids tomorrow, creating more Indian chess prodigies. Tushar. Good luck, man. Feels like I should have something more here than just trading queens into an endgame. Doesn't it? Donut. 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 We can play knight g5 and go for the gusto, I guess. It is a strong piece. Play for attack in the middle game. Time situation 11 minutes. That's a little alarming. The queen g6 check has its points. It has its anti-points too. For and against. If I go in there, then my queen's gonna almost get trapped later on. I mean, whatever. Testosterone is not I Take Back. They're different players. I got their names confused when I was crying about a simul game. Now I'm gonna seriously do this. Trade queens now. Alright, whatever. I'm a pawn up in an ending. I mean, I just don't think we're gonna have time for another game, guys, fortunately. I have a very slight lead against Bombast. Game 90. It's pretty dumb. It's not pretty dumb. Was this person, like, all there, Mr. Coffee? Like, mentally, you know, 100%? They had something personal against you, or? Flagging and blitz is more justified, though. Well, it's justified to flag someone with rook against rook if, and I think this is arbitrary too. But if you're in a situation where you're playing Hikaru Nakamura and it's rook against rook, and you both traded the last piece, and you both have 10 seconds left, a really good sportsman would probably offer a draw, but Hikaru's going to flag you and be like, well, you just had 10 seconds left, I mean, yeah, that's the way it goes. And I couldn't really say he was wrong for that, because that's the way it goes, Takeback has played another game against me that was very similar recently. Very, very similar, wasn't it? Like that same thing with this pattern that we've been seeing with initiative for pawns. Check this out. I think he lost to Simul against me, a game where he did the same thing. He had like a horrendous position, and then suddenly out of the blue, he was like all over me. Almost the same thing as this. And you just don't even feel the sense of danger. 5 moves ago, it was like resignable for black. And now I just let my guard down slightly, and he's all over me. Like every single piece on the board is just cruising at like high altitude here. That's pretty disturbing. He's a very talented player. I want this game to count. But I don't want Bombas' game to count. Who's Bombas playing? Soltigo. Soltigo, can you stall him out? G5. Holy crap. G4. We gotta go. We gotta go with G4. Winning a pawn. Yeah. I love pawns. I want to get a bumper sticker. That'd be cheesy but funny. I mean, I'm hallucinating again. Cheesy but funny. The chess bumper sticker. Alright, take back. You're starting to get on my nerves, dude. You're really starting to get on my nerves. Darn it. I mean, what a feel for the initiative. His score against me is horrible. And it's like hard to believe, though. You know, he's got these moves just every single time. He's stolen the initiative again. Just magically. Absolutely brilliant. Now I'm barely okay. Maybe I'm not even okay. Like, he's just better. We were talking about this with Bombas, right? I mean, I'm lucky if I'm going to be alive here in a minute. And the moves just keep on coming. The beat goes on. The amazing coordination of take back. And his speed is good too. I mean, you can't justify this score. It's unbelievable. Why do you only have... Well, he has 12, actually. You can't tell it by the last 20 games or whatever. He actually has 12. I mean, that's not bad. But lately, his score has been bad. But I don't understand, because he's good. He's got a huge initiative here. It doesn't matter that he's down 2 pawns. I would probably say black is better. I'm just defending. Knight d3 check almost wins, but I have king d1, and then he can choose a pawn. You know, he has like 3 different ways to win a pawn back here, basically, with the initiative. Variation A. Now this allows me to probably give back a second pawn, stay alive, I guess. He's got all sorts of moves. Ridiculous moves like rook takes f2. Now black might be better. Though he's not up any material. He's got the better minor piece and the initiative. Only 5 minutes left. The game may or may not stick because the increment... I don't know if this game's going to count. Bombas passed me. No, he tied. So I need a draw. Is the draw going to do it, though? To win the tournament. It looks like takeback might have blundered with rook takes f2. Why is he thinking here? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, rook takes e3 looked better. That's why he was thinking. Because he was deciding between rook takes e3 and rook takes f2. But he allowed knight e4 when I might have something. I mean, even if I win the d6 pawn, I don't think that this is even that bad for black. Here he resigned. I mean, I don't think that's even justified. He resigned in a position where he's barely worse. So, that was a total gift. I mean, if he plays rook takes e3, he's probably better, right? Okay, the engine says it's plus 0.1. Now it's negative. Now it realizes, if you give the engine time, it realizes that I'm worse. You know, I would have offered a draw or taken the draw here any day. White is slightly worse. So, after his text move, he's only, you know, slightly worse himself. So we're not going to get another game, guys. What's going on? Bombast is still playing. He can catch me. He didn't berserk. He's playing at 2100. Whoa. Where did this guy come from? So Bombas has to win in 3 minutes and 38 seconds to catch me. The H-pawn is not that scary with the bishop on the board. Bishop on the board and your rook's free range like that. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I need a bishop. Let's trade. You can have the knight and I'll have the bishop. And then my H-pawn will be... Then my H-pawn will be a little scary. Can Bombas get bishop f4, knight b6 mate in this position? He's setting it up. Just don't let him go here and here. So guys, thanks for watching. Tomorrow is Blitz and Rapid Chess, 4:30 EDT. We're going to be back and better than ever. Please support the stream. Merle Dixon donated 100 bits today. Thank you for that, Merle. JCS yesterday, Merle Dixon with 100. Try to support the stream if you can afford it with donations on PayPal as well. And check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. So I'm done. It's just a question of whether Bombus can catch me. Can anybody else catch me? No. Okay, it's just a question of Bombus. Tomorrow I'm streaming. What am I talking about? I'm crazy. Tomorrow I'm not streaming. Never mind. I'm used to streaming 5 days a week. I'm a little tired. Next stream is Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Sorry, Soltigo. I'm crazy. Next stream is our subscriber stream on Thursday. The problem is I used to stream on Wednesdays, and then once in a while it like pops back in my mind. My Alzheimer's kind of kicks in, and I regress back to that memory point, you know, the waypoint where I was doing streams on Wednesday, and that's twice I announced it. Thanks for clearing that up. Mubot like puts this schedule out there. I will probably be going back to a Wednesday stream in the next month or so. Very likely. Can Bombus mate with bishop f4 and knight b6? Yellow Dragoon just berserk crushed you. In the Traxler counter, sacrificed half the board. Ouch, he's tough, Pichu. He's beaten me numerous times. First of all, he's very strong theoretically, and then secondly, like, he's a good attacker and tactically pretty good, so he's worth every rating point. Okay, last guy that could catch me. Actually, what happened now? Bishop h6 was played? What? Wait. Is this guy... What is this guy for real? He played bishop h6 here? Dude, check this out. The black's last move. He goes knight e4 here, and then bishop h6. What? Spoiling Bombus and then getting mate in one. What's up with that game? Poor Bombust. What happened here? Is bishop h6 for real? Is this like one of those 0 Centipon lost games? Crazy line of the Mora. Bombus left book with queen d3. You know, you would think one would trade queens here. This guy, he played castle's queenside. Guess he didn't feel like developing white's piece for him. But, I mean, queen takes d3 is fine. Bombus refused to trade queens. Then he played queen b4. So it wasn't a perfect game. Bombus was playing a little weird. Okay, guys, anyway, back to the tournament. So Bombus does not catch. He finishes second. Well deserved. Take it easy, Yellow Dragoon. We'll see you guys on Thursday, not Wednesday, excuse me. So no stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow, okay? Just Thursday. Bring your games and subscribe to the stream, okay? So that's the Ponda. Ponda is hot here. He's a little out of sorts. So just disregard what I said before. There is no stream on Wednesdays, still for another couple weeks. Our next stream is the subscriber stream on Thursday. That'll be 4:30 EDT. Bring your games. If you're a subscriber, we'll go over in detail, maybe 9 or 10 subscriber games here on the stream live. Move 11, you're welcome. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations, first, second, and third. Let's just call out the results here in the top 10. I won the tournament. Bombus was second. TJ Chess third. And then we've got Yellow Dragoon in fourth. Mule Skinner, John Capone, Pichu, Take Back, Knowledge Papa, new Hungarian player there, Nordagon in 10th. Thanks everybody for playing. It was fun. And we will see you next time here on the stream. Bye-bye.